Yep. So we're all set. We can just start that. So first of all, hope each one of you are doing great. Hopefully everything is going really well, and let's actually get into straightforward in the questions. I know that there are some questions. I believe there are not much listed right now, but I'm gonna be trying to touch bases on several different things as well that are not also in the AMA questions. But first, I'm gonna be going with them, and if there will be some from here, I'm gonna be answering it. Then, if not, I'm just gonna be bringing that on my own. So yeah, let's actually get it started. Please provide clear and accurate criteria for the benefits of long-term stakers. Well, you're receiving more DFL and you have a bigger APR. And auto compounding, I believe, it will be out on this weekend as well. So you will be getting even more if you auto compound as well. And yeah, I believe that's all. Also, we have like once the lens and characters and stuff are coming, once we have those, we're gonna be giving those kind of qualification things to the holders as well. So let's say if you are, stakers, not the holders. So if you have been staking for 2 years, at least of hundreds of thousands DFL, then you will be qualified for that. If not, you won't be qualified for that, and so on. So we're gonna be giving. So it's not like if you have been doing previously, you will also be qualified. So if you do it afterwards, you also be qualified. So it's not like you are in any disadvantage that you have been doing previously. So we're gonna be doing a snapshot for all the time. We don't have those kind of criteria for now because it's not coming like just in the March, right? Once it's coming, we're gonna be making it more clear. We're gonna be giving more information because like we can, as you see with other projects, they say some stuff and they change that. And changing those stuff can, in most of the situations, is not really great because it just brings a lot of negativity as well. So we don't really want to go for that. But I believe we're gonna be just talking about that, but we're not gonna be giving the exact numbers or exact criteria for that for now. When new games comes out, are there going to be the release of new NFTs? Can we keep bringing function of any NFT that come out? So whenever new NFTs come out, the thing will be that if you are a holder of Generation 0 NFT, you will be able to stake that and do several activities. And if which require just burning DFL, also like other different currencies and doing different things. If you do it, so you will be getting this new NFT. So that's how it's gonna work. So so it's not like watering event, but like it will be somewhat like that, which is gonna be helping DFL and the different currencies as well to get some higher price. Would you consider DFL coin flip game? So I'm not really sure about this coin flip game. So to be honest, like just with you guys, the easiest way to make your project profitable or just kind of make it a bit kind of really if you want to make that like just really getting you great revenue and just helping your token is like just casino, right? Just create the poker, integrate the poker, the gambling, just betting and so on, and that's how it's gonna work. But like we don't want to go that way. Like we're not just to make money out of you guys. So if we make a casino or just something like that, we're just gonna be getting rich, like straightforward, like just metaverse casino, metaverse poker, like whatever. You will need DFL to play and whatever. But like I'm not really for that. I'm not really going for that. If you want to go for casino, you have like multiple different websites. You can do that, and we are not going to be one of those. Sometimes there might be like the somewhat the game where you can actually just put your DFL on just to compete with different people. But like we are not going to be like the straightforward casino or whatever. And as I said, that's like the easiest thing you can do to earn money and get your token price higher. Like that works. Like only reason why Decentraland and these are now working is that they have like this poker and the casino stuff, right? That's like their 99% of the traffic. But we don't want to do that. Like that's like just ideology that we're not really kind of fundable of, and like we're not really supporting that because like a lot of people are starting from this addiction of the casinos. A lot of not really like the adults are playing the game. Sometimes people are playing that actually gets like a lot of people on that really bad track of their life. So we're not gonna support that for now. Any chance team competitions can be determined by per capita results? highest take on your average with accounts that have zero contributions excluded from all calculations. So yeah, so how it works is that lopsided advantage simply because it has more people in the team. So how it works is that right now I believe the way it works is like if a user if they have like the team players and they just don't have contribution, it's not like counted, right? And so you may like just you are advising to get the somewhat threshold, right? And if you are doing somewhat lower than this threshold, then you are getting nothing at all. But I believe that's kind of bad for the small players, and the small players should make sense. It's like if you're just kind of doing a really just even small part, you should feel like you're a team member, right? But I believe in several, maybe in April we're gonna be introducing the team switching, so you can switch the team. And the way how it's gonna work, like not everyone will be switching to the winning team, right? The way it's gonna work is that if you switch the team, it's gonna cost you DFL as well as it's gonna cost you 2 next challenges as well. So let's say if you want to go to Team Monkey and they are always winning, on Team Pepe, right? And they are always winning, you will need DFL for that, as well as you will miss next 2 challenges. So people not gonna just rush to the winning sides, but also they're gonna try to go to the loser side. Let's say I'm a player, I'm a whale, or I'm a just really great player who makes my team win. What I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna just, instead of just kind of being in Team Monkey, for example, Team Pepe, and I'm kind of getting less prize because there are a lot of people in here, I'm gonna be trying to move to the Team Doggy, for example, and try to win with that faction, so that I get even more rewards. So I believe there will be some kind of calculations going that side as well, and I believe this can transferring your account to different team gonna make sense, and that will be, I believe, in April. If you receive earnings every 7 days, you can change to a time when you don't withdraw your earnings, but will the earnings keep going? You can change to a time when you don't withdraw your earnings. Not sure what you exactly mean, but if you claim the rewards, you have like another 1 week before you can claim. It doesn't really matter. Let's say you don't claim for 3 weeks. You can, whenever you claim, you're gonna still have like 1 more week before you can claim. But yes, even if you don't claim, the rewards are going and you're getting more rewards. What is the income per minute when I hope to add staking? Not sure about the question. I hope that when you can add staking, you can immediately calculate the income. So income is like APY, and the APY is an APR, like just the approximate estimated value that you're gonna be getting. So that we're calculating that instantly, but we can't just give you the exact numbers on that, right? Okay. I think both the game and tokens are important. Hope both sides of the team take care of it. So actually, yeah, I believe I'm gonna finish this question, and then I'm just gonna say some stuff. Staking wait once rear drop reward and land got relationship. Not at all. For now, we're gonna be announcing that later. Also, everyone thinks differently. We shouldn't bring political issues into the DFL game. I'm neutral. So yeah, about the Ukrainian stuff, there is not like, we're not bringing any politics to DeFi land. It's like the DeFi land is the place where everyone needs to feel peace, where guys you should be able to kind of relax from the real world and just kind of be chilling. And what we see right now in the real world is that the war, right? And we see confirmed that the Russia is invading the Ukraine, and it's not like just basically it's basically just not just kind of any false fact or anything. It's just like the fact. So it's not like we're just kind of trying to intimidate the war. What we're trying is to kind of actually help the people who are struggling from the war. So that's the only thing. We're not trying to be political. It's not like just for any reasons to kind of get the war going. It's just basically just to help the people who are struggling a lot. That's the only. It's a charity. There is no politics at all. There are some people who need some help, and we're just giving the platform for that. So yeah, and I wanted to talk about the thing about the token, right? So a lot of people recently are just kind of became the tokenomics experts, and they just say that like the team has like really bad tokenomics, and like the team hasn't taken any good care of the tokenomics, so on. So I'm not gonna just go into details why we have this vesting and everything. I believe I have explained that for several times already, and everyone knows the reason with the investor vesting. But other than that, the vestings, other than the vesting, like let's say the the seed sale, like 20%, like let's just get rid of that, right? The rest, the people are still complaining that the rest of the tokenomics is kind of purely structured, and I believe that that's not true. And people think that it could be structured better. So it's not like the vesting is like up to 5 years, and it's gonna getting unlocked just not really at the same time. It's linear unlocks mainly with all the P2E and just taking rewards and everything, and governance and everything will be coming along with the play as well. And that's not really not really bad at all. If you just take it and compare it to the other different tokenomics as well with different projects, that's basically a common thing. So people think that like there really can be something done, and I'm not really sure what they mean by that. So we have this crafting, upgrading, leveling, like all the different things, right, that are supposed to get like the FL more demand, then also just taking governance. Basically, we have all the different things prepared. Give me a sec, guys. Just give me a sec. So yeah, I'm back. So basically that's the thing, and we have that. The people are just trying to just. I'm not sure why, but like someone said, like the tokenomics other than the seed sale is bad, and the people are just gonna blindly saying that. I'm not saying it's perfect, indeed, and if you have any recommendations, we would love to always get those. That's why we are actually, and also the people, DFL is not the reward that you will be getting from the game. DFL is just staking and the governance currency. In-game rewards will be through different currency, mainly with the gold, although there will be different currencies as well. If you haven't read the documents that we have, please go read the docs.dfl and .app, and you're going to be getting the reason like how it works. It's not like the DFL, you're going to be getting paid in DFL for playing the game, right? And also we have a lot of different NFTs, like upgrading. There will be some gems, the blueprints, and different resources that you need to find in the game that actually kind of has like a totally different economy of the game. It's not like the only DFL is just a single currency and there is nothing at all in the game. So, and also like we have really great advisors. Like one of them is the Sandbox founder. I believe you might know the Sandbox game. The Santiago also, the great. Basically the insider of the crypto and play to earn and DeFi since I can't even count how many years. And we have like a lot of people from the gaming side, a lot of from all the different perspectives, right? And we're talking with them as well, and we believe that we're on the right track. And the problem with the price and everything, we have explained what happened and everything, and we're just not really trying to run away with the facts. But like if you instead of just kind of blaming the team on the having bad economics, I would love to get the recommendations. So I have got several recommendations from the community, and I really appreciate that. However, those are the stuff that we're already doing. So there is nothing new I have ever read on the Discord or Telegram or Twitter. So like you're trying to kind of blame the team for the not being experts, but whatever you're recommending, we're doing, and we have already written that we're doing several months ago as well. So I would really love to get something new or some ideas, but it's not like you can just, let's say we're gonna do a buyback in a barn, right? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't really help the product get more traction. It doesn't really create the great project. So I believe for now, as long as we're building and we have like at least several more years of runway. So yeah, I just want to address the one thing that people are just fighting that the team is running out of resources or whatever, but like we have at least of 2 years of the runway, so we are here at least for next 2 years to build whatever no matter like if the crypto goes to the zero, whatever happens. So there is no kind of fear for that. So yeah, we're here. We're gonna be developing. We're gonna be bringing new games. We're gonna be bringing a lot of new educational stuff as well. And if you're on the right, if you really genuinely like the idea, and if you don't really like to kind of invest, just be here, and you'll be able to just play the game. So if you're just here for the token, and like I don't really care about the game, you don't really care about the products or whatever, you can feel free there. Like basically it's a very different thing you can do. So yeah, let's continue with the questions, right? I have 10k stake. Oh, actually, yeah, Hovo has like the kind of technical thing he wants to ask. I have 10k staked for 2 years with weight of 3. Case 1, I'm adding another 10k on top of it, and my weight changed to less than 3, for example, 2.9. Okay. And case 2, I'm staking new 10k separately, and my weight is 3. What is difference in terms of staking and a weight of? Okay, so yeah, that's actually the question that everyone kind of has, and let's actually make that clear, right? So let's say you staked for, just for simplicity, you staked for something for 3 days. And the 3-day period is like, in 3 days you have unlocks, but in reality, let's say it will be like 2 years or whatever. And then the next day, so whenever 2 days are left before unlock, you add 10,000 more on top of that account, right? So whenever you're adding the additional 10k, you have like, you're not like staking it for 3 days, you're staking it for 2 days. So how it is calculated is that whenever you're staking right now, whatever you're adding the amount right now, whatever the time is left before the unlock of the account that you're adding to, that's how it affects your weight. So it's like the average of the weighted average, basically. So if you want to calculate the weight that you will be getting after adding the staking amount, is that you just multiply the how much you have staked with how much weight, plus how much you are staking right now, adding right now, and how big the weight you will be getting with the time you have left before the staking unlock, and you just gonna divide that from the total amount, and that's gonna be the weight that you'll be getting in cumulative, right? So because the difference is that if you lock 10,000 separately for next 2 years, then you are getting weight of 3 because it's 2-year lock. But if you are adding to already existing account, you are not locking that for 2 years. So that's the difference. You're looking like 1 year and 11 months and 3 weeks, right? So weight is kind of getting slightly lower because it's a different thing. This might be clarified during staking AMA. Any difference if I'm not claiming rewards after 7 days, but leave it for 2, 3, 4 weeks later? So there is no difference. The claim, whatever you get, the thing is that what you could do right now, you claim those rewards and you stake back to the account, and that actually will make you earn more. But also we are adding the auto compounding, which will be out, I believe, on this weekend, and we're gonna be doing the auto compounding for you instead of just you just going out there and trying to stake. Cheers, sir. If DeFi is a community-led project, I hope you can vote for decision. So that's actually the good question, like when we can vote and like how much we can vote for, like how it can work, right? And the thing is that we have two different things. The one is that we were going to do the governance since the beginning, but like we're not going to do the governance right now because it will be not really great. Because like the governance is not really effective when the project is in mid development before it's in alpha or beta version. So we cannot give the community the right to decide the daily development processes because it will just create a mess. It will be just chaos. So that's the reality. That's why you don't see that happening with any other governance projects, because like the project first needs to be developed since the beginning. The foundation should be built, and then development makes sense. The only way that governance could work right now is to be like, let's say, someone could create the suggestion what the team should do, let's say for the tokens or like your tokenomics or whatever, and we would just vote for that and how it can work. But you can do that right now as well. If you can actually have a talk like right now, what are we talking, and if the people agree, we're always doing that. Like people have suggested several great features in the game that we added. The people just suggested to do AMAs, and we're doing that. Like whatever people are actually thinking of, we're making those come reality. But like we are not really going to just, let's say, should we give this salary to this person this much or not? Like, or should he work on the game design or game development side or right there? So if you really want to contribute, it's community-led fully. If you have some ideas, proposals you want to do for the DeFi land, you can just write here or just write to me or in general chat or whatever in the recommendations. and we can just think of if it makes sense or not, or if we are already doing that. The people who have not, once again, have not even read the docs and who have not even listened to the single AMAs before the recent ones, they of course don't have enough information. What are we doing? But it's like, instead of just recommending some stuff and kind of saying that we should do this, maybe just kind of first get some more information about DeFi land, and then we can just have a healthy talk. Indeed, as we always do. We never run out of the conversations. Like, we're not really any we have never kind of not faced things in DeFi land. We're always just straightforward and upfront with full transparency. For those seeds that wasn't watering every day, for example, I water one seed for 10 days instead of 30, give ability to water it at the end of the period with such amount at once that will up your tier for level 1, tier 1. Make the watering with penalty. Oh, so you mean like, let's say the period ends, or maybe even today, and we give the people the right to, instead of just 150, you can just go and water, which, like, I believe 300 is just really low, but for example, you can do it for 1,000 DFL or just something like that, right? That's actually just going to help the token price indeed, but on the other hand, you have the tokens, like the NFT supply. Generation 0 NFTs are not the really bad NFTs, so they have a lot of value inside of them as well. The thing is with that is that you will get, we're going to be getting a lot of Generation 0 NFTs, which is not really great thing, because the Generation 0 NFTs are used to get some specific stuff that should be somewhat unique. And we don't really want to kind of give everyone in tier 1. So if everyone is in tier 1, then like the rarity and everything will be getting lower. Even though, let's say you're in tier 1, you might even not get even one rare one, or you might even end up with all the common ones. So it has like its drawbacks as well. Would definitely love, let's say, so it can help the token price a little bit, but I believe on the other hand, it's going to be ruining somewhat the NFT side. So it has its pros and cons. We're going to think about that in team for sure. But yeah, thanks for thinking of that and just dropping in the AMA. Donations to Ukraine might be in DFL. Well, that's bad idea, because they cannot use DFL, right? So if we sell if we get them donations to the DFL, they will eventually have to sell that, because like they can't really go and just spend that on the watering, right? They're in the middle of the war. So they will be just selling that. So it's not a really great idea to get the DFL to them, and they just dump on DFL. So yeah, that's why we don't have it in DFL or other currencies as well. Any plans to make being in DeFi Land more fun after 2 weeks of watering, playing the same streaming games for each NFT for the nth time? It's quite repetitive, boring. Yeah, I believe so as well. And if you compare it to the other different metaverses as well, it's kind of, right now the games like the metaverse thing is kind of boring. For example, the Decentraland, the Sandbox and stuff. The only difference is like the amount of the content, right? So we're bringing new mini games, we're bringing new features all the time. If you have been here, we are always adding some stuff. And at the end of the March, I believe we're going to be adding 2 more mini games. One will be idle game, like taking care of your pets and kind of feeding them on all those stuff, as well as there will be the harvester game. And I believe you're going to be enjoying that. And all the time, you're going to be adding some more and more. So that's how we're going to work. So it's not like we can, let's say, have 100 mini games right now in DeFi land, because wish we or anyone else was able to build that at that speed. But for now, we're actually gathering the team, growing the team. We're a team of 25 already, and recruiting even more actively. And as time goes, we're going to be having more and more people and more and more resource to build even more fun and engaging things in DeFi land. It will increase the amount of donations as DFL gains value due to increased demands. Yeah, I believe I've answered this question about the donations. Suggestion: when donating to Ukraine, it will be cool that the balloon stayed flying above your farm. I don't want to see flying it to the sky. Oh, so yeah, makes sense. So it's kind of just logically the thing that we want to kind of represent is like your funds are taken to the Ukraine, something like that. So that's why it flies that way. So so instead of just, you want to kind of see this kind of balloon all the time on your sky. That's really kind of great thing. But how it's gonna work is that instead of that, we're gonna be giving you, the people who donated, the statues and the flags and stuff from the Ukrainian symbols, and you will be able to can drop those on your land, and basically you'll be able to showcase and you can see those on your land. So instead of just kind of seeing the balloon, you'll be able to just get those the assets on your land and showcase those. So I believe it will be somewhat the same thing. When will I be able to play the game on mobile? So yeah, mobile is like really tricky, and everyone is asking that. The mobile is a really great thing to be on for sure, but like it takes some time, because like on Solana as well, it's just kind of not really that easy to take all the Radium, Serum, Orca, Jupiter, all this stuff that we're using right now, and take that and can wrap that into mobile. So we're working right now on that. We have recruited 2 mobile developers for that, and we are just kind of transferring all those functions to the mobile as well. And I believe somewhat at the end of the second quarter, we're gonna be already testing like the product. I believe that's the real timeline. Can we have a mute or overall volume button in the main UI? So you mean like all the sounds? I believe like you can just go in the settings and just get the master volume to 0. If you're referring to that. If you're referring to something else, I believe I would love to get some more clarification on that. Could you please ensure that you will delete an email address database used to log in game before the sign up update? Yeah. So we're not using those emails. Like, it's not like we're just doing any stuff. Even before, we're saving that encrypted actually. So it's not like we didn't really have like huge database of that. So we had like nearly 40,000 email addresses. But yeah, we're gonna be getting rid of that. Will you have like 10,000 USDC in referrals? How will you benefit from this? So you can calculate this way. So you multiply whatever the USDC volume you have, you multiply that to 0.07%, and then you divide that by 5, and that's how much you will be earning back. So we're taking 0.07% from the swapping fee, and 20% of those fees that we generate will be getting back to you. Can you share any plans for deflationary behaviors or attributes that you have for DeFi and coin? So yeah, first of all, the crafting. Let's get with the repairing. So whenever you use NFTs, you need the currency to repair that. So sometimes if it gets too lower, at very low stage, let's say from 100 you have like 10, you will need to repair with DFL as well. Other than that, you will just use the gold. After that, if you want to get the boosters that you're going to be helping getting more, you will need let's say earning more, you will need to get the DFL. Whenever you're doing crafting, let's say you are upgrading your NFT to the next level of your attribute, you're kind of improving your attribute, you need some DFL. Whenever you are creating a new NFT, let's say from generation 0, you want to create generation 1 NFT, you will also need DFL. And so on and so on. Basically, all the different activities will somewhat charge in DFL. But also, we're trying to basically implementing right now the NFT marketplace, and I believe those will be sold in DFL as well. So yeah, that's about DFL coin, and we have like multiple different things for that. It's not like everyone, I believe, some people were gonna say that let's just do the gambling, but no, as I said, we're not going for gambling stuff right now because that's a totally different product, it's a totally different thing, and we are not really big fan of those things. Okay, so that's a different thing. Not sure. I think you get 10% of earnings from. Can you public the name of VCs who sell DFL? No, because it has like several drawbacks. The one, they can turn your backs on the community, and it has like more negative things that can bring to the project than the positive ones. So that's the reason why we're not going for that. I appreciate the UK donation opportunity. When can I find more details about it? Like who, where, and what? You can. If you mean UK as a Ukraine, yes, we have Ukraine donations, and you can just go at bottom left side of the your map in the DeFi Island game, and you can donate from there, and it just directly goes to Ukraine.sol. Do a formal survey asking community members how to improve the game and tokenomics so that DeFi Island becomes something great in the future. Maybe then you will find the new ideas that you need. I gotta admit, I have some ideas that we're already implementing, but maybe there are people that know better than me. Community is a powerful thing. Maybe the solution is already there. You just have to ask. I also invite all DeFi and community members to give ideas to improve the game in this AMA together as we're stronger. And yes, I should have better informed love the team. So yeah, as I said, like I really appreciate that you took your time to write all those stuff, and you came up with all the ideas and everything. So, but yeah, the thing is like we have also thought about that and stuff. I believe what we can do is like let's say just gonna set up one specific AMA just for the ideas, and we could like just gonna brainstorm together and just gonna come up with some ideas and just gonna discuss it all about all those stuff. And yeah, for example, let's say the next Wednesday we're gonna be having like the AMA, and it won't be in the Farmer Souls. It will be in one of the voice channels that we have, so everyone can speak. And let's see. Well, let's hope that some people have like really innovative ideas, and we would love to see all of those. Can we have taxes for converting gold to DFL? Example, if I'm a whale and I convert 100% gold to DFL and I sell, I pay 20% tax back to community. But there's this thing. So as the game is decentralized, so it's not the centralized game, right? So the cryptocurrency will be like gold or DFL, and everything is a cryptocurrency. And those will be tradable outside the game as well. So let's say if we have a tax in the game, people would just get out and just sell that on the other markets, right? And there is nothing we can do against of creating the other markets. If someone wants to create the other market, they will create, because it's just we are living in a decentralized world. So yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about that. So yeah, that's why the taxes might not work, because they will be getting that way. Because like if we do a tax for DFL, then they will just do it for the USDC, or like they can do whatever they want on the decentralized world, right? But the thing on the other side, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna be trying to make sure that the gold or whatever they will be earning from DeFi, and they need that from the in-game achievements, or like the advancement of the game. For example, whenever you're earning the gold, you will need the gold for the crafting or upgrading, or so that you want to keep that instead of just kind of getting that out of the game, right? So we're going to be trying to make sure that the gold is used as well as the DFL in the game, then so not to incentivize people just selling that. Can we have a lore channel in the Discord where community can upload the drawings and artworks like lore plots and discuss it? So I wish people were that way. It's like I wish people were interested in those stuff. But let's see, right? So I'm gonna be creating the lore community lore. So I just created the community lore channel in the community, and if you have any ideas, you can just drop there, and let's see how it goes, right? I'm really big fan of the lore, and I wish I had like when the team as well had like more time, so we can just create the lore. I believe at some point we will be doing about that, but like we would love to get some like community-based lore as well. So feel free to drop some ideas that you have there, and let's just get the thing going. Thanks for the answer. Still not clear to me what's the difference between weight 1.6 or 2.6 and 3, for example. And second question, so yeah, like, so do you mean like what's the difference between like the weights? So the higher, it's like imagine this way. So the reward that so every second in DFL pool, we have 5 DFL generated and distributed to the stakers. So every second, 5 DFL gets distributed to the stakers, right? And so how do we calculate the rewards that you are getting, right? The way it works is that the amount you have staked multiplied by the weight that you have divided by whatever the entire DFL is staked multiplied by the on average weight. That's how much reward you get. So the higher weight you have for your staked amount of DFL, the bigger reward you get. So that's why you want to have like bigger weight. Auto compound will add on top and the weight will go down automatically. So yeah, let's say if you have weight of 3 and you turn on auto compounding, right? The weight will be going down slightly all the time, because we're auto compounding to the date that unlocks are happening. So for example, you locked for 2 years and 1 year has gone and you still are auto compounding, right? So it means that whenever you are auto compound after 1 year, you are staking for 1 year instead of 2, because like the end of the staking contract is in at the end of the 1 year, right? So the weight of the new auto compounding amount is weight of 2 instead of 3. So it kind of brings the overall weight down, but the rewards that you're getting is more. So it's not like the more weight you have, always like if you have like the weight of 3 and you have 1,000 DFL staked, that's worth than if you had like 1,500 DFL staked and have like the weight of 2.5, right? So that's how it works. For crafting, will the crafting be only for DFL and DFL games, or will there be cross bridge to other games outside DFL for crafting? For example, you need to craft something in DFL to use in other game, for example, Star Atlas. So yeah, actually we have talked about that, like with several games like the Stepan and like the other games, just the Panzer Dogs and stuff. So this kind of cross crafting is kind of weird, and the thing is that they're not really all the games are kind of really happy for that. So if the games are not like just built by the same people or same studio, in the majority of the events that doesn't really happen, because for example we have some other game things you can build with DFL, right? Then it's actually bad for their economy, because like we're taking their resource and using that for DFL, or vice versa. If people can craft our generation, our NFTs in other games with using their currencies, then DFL is losing its own value, right? So it's kind of tricky, but we have talked about that with different people. So it's kind of maybe work like cross marketing whenever like both of you are spending resources. But as it turns out, like from the previous experience and all the kind of experiment that we have seen, that mainly it happens that one of the games economy gets worse and one of the game economy gets better. So it's kind of the bet that you might not risk to take. My wallet connected to the game is already getting a flood of spam tokens on the fake NFT person or scams. At some point I'm going to need to reorganize the wallet. Am I going to be able to change the wallet connected to my account now that we only authenticate with wallet? So actually we have talked about that in the team just yesterday, because there were some people who weren't connected to the ledger, and we were thinking about how those people potentially could transfer their accounts to the new wallets. So what we have come up with is that we're going to be building, if it's needed, if let's say like there are a lot of spams going and people just have to migrate to different accounts, different wallet addresses, is that potentially what we can do is that we're going to be building the website where you can connect both wallets from which you want to transfer from and to. And if you approve from both transactions, you're going to be basically transferring all the XP, achievements, and everything to the new account. So that's actually possible, but it's basically a matter of the interest and the need. Any bonus XP for Ledger users who had the downtime yesterday? Maybe. Actually, I'm not really sure how much of time that was, but actually I would recommend to DM DFL Annie, and she's gonna be helping basically on that. But I believe you deserve indeed for some compensation for sure. So yeah, not tier 1, but your level 2 plus 1. Maybe it's only for 3 and 4 tiers, but I got your point. And not 150, but for example, I need 10 days for watering more teal plus 1 level, so make it 100 times 10 days times X penalty. Oh, so I got your point. So yeah, that's kind of good idea. So I believe what we should do for that is like first see how the distribution looks like. For now, like there are people that are just really the majority of the people are just getting at the really, really higher tiers. And the amount of the generation 0 NFTs might be really high. So like we first want to wait for that. So let's say wait for some more days and see how it goes, and maybe just give the people ability to, let's say, if you want to get in tier 2, let's say from tier 5 and tier 4, if you want to just get into tier 3, just add 1,000 DFL or something like that. Just water that right now. Or maybe just give them another amount of time for 10 days and give them ability to just get into the higher tiers. But yeah, like that's good for DFL. It's like it kind of depends. We should kind of determine like how good it will be for DFL and how bad it will be for the NFTs. So if it will be like people will like DFL will be getting like really great burning amount, then maybe it makes sense. But not really sure, to be honest. Thanks for keeping calm during DFL price freak of 2022 and delivering. So yeah, really appreciate that. I'm not, as you guys know, we're not really hiding anything. We're always just giving the transparent answers and everything. So we are here to always to build and deliver, and also work on the token as well. So with you, with the community like you guys, we really appreciate. We're really blessed. We're not taking any one of you as a granted. We believe that you guys are really gifts to us, so we would really love to kind of make sure that you guys are happy, and we're gonna be building that the game all the time. Hey Erwin, hope everyone's fine. Got one question: will the secondary token come out in April? Can you share some details of what supply for that will be? So yeah, it will be coming out I believe that time, and the demand will be like every time you play the game, we're gonna be minting. So whenever you were getting the token, we're gonna be minting it for you. So the supply won't be like fixed or anything. It will be basically changing all the time, and like it will be burning and minting all the time. So it's not like we're not going to do a public sale or token sale or the seed sale, whatever. Like it will be like a free currency without any receipts or anything within that. But it will be like the in-game token. It will be inflationary as well as deflationary at the same time. Will the NFTs be dropped? Do we need to mint them? Oh yeah, you will have to click on the claim. So like whenever the harvest time is, like you just need to click on the claim and basically approve the transaction. So it will be like the candy machine drop. So we're using the candy machine. Are we going to have a friend system in anytime soon? So yeah, friend system is kind of tricky as well. So we were going to have that with the chat actually, but we're prioritizing some more stuff for now. But yeah, that's actually on the board, and we have that in somewhat. We started building the foundation for that. So I believe maybe that will be not in the March, to be honest, but April, I believe. But yeah, I would really love to add you in the friends, guys, in DeFi land. Can you give us the XP and challenge points for watering websites? So the answer is no. We don't want to do that actually, and that's like it's not the bug or the error. We did not want to give XP or like the challenge points to the people who are using the website, because people who are taking their time and coming to the game, they should be receiving the game rewards. So people who are not in the game, they shouldn't be receiving the game rewards. I believe that's kind of really straightforward. Will we get an airdrop for donating to the Ukraine? Not the airdrop, but you're gonna be getting the inventory, like some decorations for your land, so you can kind of customize your land with like Ukrainian supporting assets if you wish. Just a quick way to mute without needing to access the DeFi land settings menu. So not really sure about that feature, because like it's really straightforward. You just kind of need to click on the thing that is in the on the screen all the time, and then just the one more click, and the new feature will be like just like it should be just one click. But I believe like these 2 clicks are not really that thing to do. But let's say yeah, if the people everyone thinks that way, yes. But not really sure if everyone thinks that way. Actually, inventory, not NFTs. Oh yeah. It won't be NFT, it will be inventory. Have any details about next phase of beta? Curious about timing, what is going to be available when, then seeds will be developing into the generation of the NFTs soon. Will we be able to do anything with them once they spawn, like P2E, upgrading, trading them, renting? basically, yeah, all those stuff are coming, like the play to earn, upgrading, trading, renting, all those are in the works. And at first, at the end of the March and the start of the April, it will be like the play to earn basics. Then it will be like the repairing and the kind of upgrading of NFTs and crafting, then renting, trading, and so on. But yeah, the play to earn will be first. So like once at the end of the March, whenever you claim, that's the start of the at the last days of the March, it will be like start of the play to earn. Is there some aspect in the future of the game that will burn the FL? Yes. All those stuff that I was talking actually right now. How can we track if the donation goes to the right hand? You can check on the blockchain. If it goes to Ukraine.sol, that's it. And afterwards, you can just ask their fund how they just transferred. So I can't really kind of give like off-chain details because we don't really know any, but you can ask them as well. Is the P2E going to be limited by daily cap or such? Yes, we're gonna be having energy, and you have like basically energy caps you. If so, can be done in the case people wanna work around them, like create multiple walls and overfarm. So yeah, each NFT will have a energy. So let's say you use like the harvester and just get some money, and let's say create the wallet and transfer there. You can't use that anytime because it has an energy and it's kind of controlled. For RL tax purposes, will there be a feature to help us report on various earnings in DeFi land? That's actually a question I have no idea about. So we haven't really thought about that, to be honest. We have nothing in preparation for the tax purposes. We haven't really thought about that for now. But we'll be, after this call, we'll be kind of diving more into like how other DeFi projects or protocols or NFTs are kind of helping possibly on that. So I haven't done my research on that part, so I'm not really living in US, and I'm in the place where the crypto is not really taxed for now. But I'm gonna be diving into that for sure. It's possible for one of the mini games to be a pinball game. I'm gonna kind of share the idea that I had. So not every game will be like pinball is not really great game for 3D environment, and all the games that we want to have is like 3Ds. Like for example, like the Farm Invaders and like memory game and stuff, they will be like transferring to different place. And I believe there will be just one place where you have all these different mini games at the same place, and like there could be the pinball as well. Maybe that's the thing. What about the leaderboard rewards? That will be at the end of the March. Do you guys still remember the private businesses? Yes, we have the list of them, and we're just waiting for this season to end, and then also distribute the reward to them as well. What are you most excited about DeFi over the next weeks? I believe play to earn, indeed. Yeah, that's the thing. Would be cool if you could somehow upload the images from the PC to the billboards. I already have enough NFTs to fill my billboards. Actually, that's another thing. That's a good idea. There's also the thing is that all of these new features take some time, right? So let's say, for example, just to kind of give you the idea. So, for example, the feature that you actually just talked, like you upload the kind of pictures from the PC to set up the billboard. It could take some like 2 game devs, 1 designer for like at least 1 or 2 days to test everything out, and then just kind of integrate it into the game and everything. So for now, we believe that kind of the resource should be more focused on the play to earn and stuff. So, but maybe after that, if there are not really other high priority tasks, that could be the case. That's a really good feature, to be honest. But like, everything can take some time. So like even the simplest features, like you should kind of first prototype that, then just build that and test it out on the web in the editor, then just kind of do the testing, then just kind of get that connected to the backend, then upload to the testing environment, then upload to the as a update on the real game and stuff like that. So it can take some time, but that's a really good feature. I think not good idea if people have chance to have higher tier to add more DFL. Yeah, that's my opinion for now as well. Not sure what browser you're using, but I usually click on basically you can mute the tab as well in all the browsers, I believe. If you want to mute the tab, you just click on the tab with the right click and it has mute, or you just click the button that our impatient investor has just provided with. I hope there is a function for high-level players to help craft level up NFTs from other people, and top players can set the price for that. So yeah, actually, that's the thing. So we're giving the people who have high level basically that possibility. Let's say if you want to upgrade at the last stage, let's say you have a legendary NFT and you want to upgrade, you can max it out, right? You can do that. Let's say if you're at least of 50 levels on your account, and well, that's because we want to incentivize the people who are really high at the rankings and grinding their way all the time. So let's say if you are on the top, you just get some people coming to you. Hey, sir, I have this legendary NFT. I want to upgrade, and please do it for me. And I'm gonna be giving you like 0.1 Solana for that, or whatever. And it will be like really good for the people who have time but don't have money. And otherwise, well, if you don't have money and you have time. If you don't have time and have money, you can just go to those people that have time and don't have money. Suggestions to do a partnership with Solana, their whole tokenomics and utilities, partnering with the other projects so that you can have your NFTs running around their 2D games. There's excellent free publicity that will get new players inserted in the game. So actually, that idea was initially kind of if you were in the October or November, that's what we were talking about at that times. But the problem is that the Solana is like really funny and good game, but the thing is that they have like this 2D, not really high quality characters that is like at least hundreds of times easier to create than in DeFi land. So in 3D and all the different attributes and stuff, it takes way more time. So they can 3D and this stuff. It's not like we can just easily just gonna get there in just several days, right? So designing takes a lot of time and. But yeah, so we have like several NFT projects kind of already lined up for that, like the Solana Monkey Business, Digital Apes and stuff kind of lined up for that. But like, it's not like you can just do that in just several days. And also, it's not like you can prioritize fully that. So wish it was that easy, but yeah, that's not. We in our case in 3D. Binary X game had a big problem with their gold coin due to having millions of gold and the coin sank. Do you have any way to prevent these from happening in DeFi land? So yeah, I'm gonna check what the binary X. Like, I'm not really sure if it was just because they had a lot of having millions of the gold coins is a result. So we should actually look into why that happened. So after I can take care of after I do my research on the binary X, what they did wrong, maybe I can